Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to show you guys all the field and antique tractors that we have. So starting out is our Case 580C backhoe, case backhoe. We use this a good bit. It don't sound the best, as the fuel pump, the injection pump is leaking. We actually rolled it over. Me and my dad were, I think, moving dirt around or something. And I was on backhoe with him. And he had the back of the bucket up too high and went on too much of a hill. And when we went on the hill, it started rolling. So I grabbed onto the side there and rolled over like the hill. This was the hill, and it rolled down the hill. We tried putting the outrigger out, but it was too late. Now, ever since then, it was leaking. So probably half tore one of the O-rings in there. But you can see that is from the roll. It was leaking a good bit of fuel when it rolled. But that's the story of the backhoe. And we got, I don't like New Hollands, but we got this at a local sale. So, New Holland. I have to go up here so I can see the model number. $1,400. New Holland 1400 combine. What stinks in here? Mice like it in here apparently. But I turn the light on here. There, you can see. That blower actually works, believe it or not. That radio does not work though. But yeah, you might be able to see that better. See if I can get down here without forcefully getting down. But yeah, that's our combine. I'll go on the other side here. It just barely fits. It has like 8 inches at the top that it fits under here. I think this has the Ford 300 in it. Have to get up here and look. Yeah. Pretty sure that's the Ford 300. Comment below if I'm wrong. There ain't enough room up there to open the hood, so I can't see how many cylinders it has. Pretty sure it's a 300 straight 6. Then we got our 675 John Deere skid steer that we use. We use it a good bit. We actually replaced the engine in it. The other engine that was in it, when we got it, didn't run. Uh-oh. That's just lovely. There we go. We replaced the starter on it because then when it would be cold, it was to the point where it'd barely crank over when it's cold. You'd put battery on, or the charger on the battery, and it would still be hard starting. When we put the new the starter in, it starts right up when it's cold. I'm not gonna start any in this video just because I don't want to waste fuel. But that's the skid steer that we have. And of course, that's my Cub Cadet 1200 12 horsepower Kohler. It's out of gas right now, or I would start, but it's out of gas. Oh, the carburetor is leaking. It leaked gas. Over here is our International 350. It's a handy tractor when it runs. There's something going on with timing with the carburetor. We can't seem to figure it out. But it's a hydraulic lift back here. It will smoke a lot, like it's running rich. But we replace the spark plugs, then it runs fine. We adjusted the timing. It'll run fine for a little, then it'll just start running rich again. Like, I was actually up using it in the field I was gonna use it to rake, and it just shut off in the middle of nowhere. Didn't run out of gas. Not sure what happened. But yeah, that's our International 350. I don't know what year these tractors are, to be honest. This is our Farmall 706 with the German diesel that was rebuilt when we got the tractor. It's actually my mom's grandpa or great grandpa. It sat out and got water in the engine and it was locked up. So my dad, this happened a couple years ago, a lot of years ago. I was just little and I'm turning 15. But he had the whole tractor torn apart, rebuilt the engine, and we have pictures somewhere of us taking it for test drive. The hood wasn't even on it yet, right after we got the engine put in it. But it's a reliable tractor. We use it for a lot. Actually, we use that more than we use the 1086 here. But when it gets cold, and one of the little O-rings in the rear end here, it gets hard, and then the hydraulics won't work. It'll drive, but power steering won't work because that runs off the hydraulics. Brakes don't work because they're hydraulic brakes. And it's just a pain in the neck when it gets cold. But we don't use them much when it gets cold though. And then we got our International 1086. This is a reliable tractor here. We do have issues every now and then getting it in and out of gear. Back, cat. Down. Come on, down. No, I'm not holding you. No, down. This cat's a pain in the neck. I don't like cats. But and this tractor needs torn in half to fix a oil leak that it has. But it's a reliable tractor, 4-wheel drive. Radio don't work, but you use this radio when they're got the engine here to listen to. My brothers don't like this tractor because of the shifting. We used to have a 1566 and a International 966 non-turbo. The 1566 was a wide front dually, no cab, with a turbo on it. I loved that tractor, but we were forced to get rid of it. I actually miss that tractor. My dad really misses the 1086, or not the 1086, the 966. Talk about a reliable tractor. That one was a reliable tractor. Get out, stupid cat. You're not supposed to be in here. Get out. Or not. This cat's not supposed to be in here. She pees and craps everywhere. Grief. Anyhow. But we actually got, when we got rid of the 966 and the 1566, this 1086 was actually a replacement tractor. My dad wanted a 4-wheel drive. That's part of the reason why we got rid of it. Rid of both of them. But yeah, this is a good tractor here. Whoop. Almost fell there. My phone ran out of storage, so I'm not sure where that video cut off. Okay. Go in here and look at the Power King, then we'll head in there, and that's where all the antique tractors are. This is actually my dad's 70s, not sure of the exact year, F-150. This is a future project of fixing it up. When they brought it home, this was a lot of years ago. My dad still lived at home. He was bringing it home on a trailer, and there was salt on the roads, because in PA they can't do nothing without putting salt on the roads. And rusted it all out. We're watching for a bed for it. That's what is keeping us from restoring that. That's gonna be a restored and probably a show truck there. But here's the Power King 1612. It's a 1972. At least that's what I was told. That I restored. Started it when I was 13 and finished it when I was 14. It don't look the best. When you're far away and squint, it looks pretty good, but when you get up close, like there's a scratch there. There were so many layers of paint on it. It just should have been sandblasted, but can't afford the sand to do that. The camera makes it look yellow. It's actually orange in real life. Maybe if I turn the flash off. Oh, that made it get pitch black. But it does not have the original tank. I'm not even sure if the frame is original. this is how I got it. And all I did was sanded it and got a different engine. It had a K321 14 horse Kohler on it, but that needs majorly rebuilt. Crank needs turned, it needs bored, and I don't have the equipment to do all that. Probably take it to a machine shop eventually and get it bored. Then I'll rebuild it. That'll be a video on the channel eventually. When I rebuild that, that's gonna be a little. There's that. This is my dad's rollback that we got. He wants to start a business, but we got some work to do to this because this needs a throwout bearing. But it's open the other side because this side don't have much room. It smokes a lot, but thinking it's just the old fuel that's in it. But it's a 7.3 RDI turbo with a 4-speed. I guess that would technically be a 5-speed auto or a manual. That has a 7.3 turbo with a 5-speed manual. The cab leaks on this one too. Same with my 86 F-150. Ford's always having issues. The old ones aren't as bad, but I'll never get a new one. That's for dang sure. Now for the antique tractors. That's not an antique, but everything else in here is, except the air compressor and that. I'm just talking about tractors, you know? And that. But the baler, everything is except that, and that. For antiques. This here is our John Deere B. No, I'm not sure of the year. I don't know the years of, well, honestly, any of these in here. But this one needs some work because it has a clunk in the rear end. So that's why this one don't get used. Well, ran because of the clunk. But that's the John Deere B there. The old 2-cylinder John Deeres, can't beat them. There's some good tractors. But I'll never own a newer John Deere. If I ever get a John Deere, it'll be the old ones. And this is my mom's Farmall H that my dad restored a lot of years ago. It still needs a 6-volt to 12-volt conversion done on it. That's why this is in here. It don't get used because of the 6-volt. The 3-mile long stack on it. But she needs cleaned up. But I think it would clean up pretty nice. Everything. He tore this down to basically nothing. And completely restored it. Decals are new. Everything is new. Paint is new. But this is my brother's John Deere B that he got, and well, this is all the farther that it got. He sandblasted the frame. You can see. Shouldn't have done because he didn't do anything else with it. Now it's just sitting here rusting. This needs all done. I didn't show you the other one, or we have a John Deere H. That is basically completely taken apart. That one needs completely done. But that'll be a couple videos once we get that done. We're waiting to paint it. Then once we get it painted, then we can put that back together. But then here's my brother's John Deere MT. Really, all these tractors in here run. Except, of course, this one. So all these run. This one needs some work. The fenders are rusting out. You can see that one there has a good bit of weight reduction. And over here's our Farmall Super H that we had gotten from our neighbor the other year. This was just like, it might have been 3 years ago. 2-3 years ago that we got this one. Replaced the plugs on it. And it runs beautiful. It might need rebuilt eventually. But I'm sure if I put a battery in it and put gas in it, she'd fire right up. My neighbor used this to pull. Same with that. That was actually his too. So I'll get into that one here in a couple of seconds. In case you're wondering, I'm just climbing right out over all these tractors on the tires, not the paint. But this one here is a restoration, gonna be on the channel. Because you can see pretty much whole tractors like that. So she'll get done eventually too. Too many projects getting done at the moment, so it'll be a little while. But that's straight pipe. And then we got the John Deere A here. This one needs, pretty sure it needs a carburetor and the front tire. But it runs. The wrong paint on it. That's gonna be a restoration too. All these tractors in here are gonna get restored. Basically, the whole line here. Get that one done. But that's all the tractors on this line. That's the John Deere A, Farmall Super H, John Deere MT, John Deere B there, Farmall H, and there on the very end is another John Deere B. These are some parts for that John Deere over there. That B, the close one there. But here is another John Deere of ours. It's a John Deere 60. It's got a power block on it for pulling. We got this from the same guy that we got the Super H from. My brother added that. This is gonna be getting restored here soon too. Got to keep all these tractors around. I can't get far enough to get it all in one frame. But yeah, you guys will hear this one run. My brother likes using this one for out in the field. Needs header gasket, because you can see it's leaking there. But my brother actually converted this to a 12 volt. He just took the starter generator off and put the alternator on. But this one here, this one sounds good. This is actually the best sounding tractor in here. Well, best sounding John Deere that we have here. Can't beat the old 2-cylinder John Deeres. Can't beat them. Oh, I forgot about this one. This is actually the last front or field tractor that we have. This is our International 574 diesel that we got. This one, I like this tractor, but not as much as the 706. This is a dependable tractor. If I wanted to, I could jump on and fire it right up. This was another one that we used to put a different starter on, because before this one would drain the battery in no time. You'd have to use starting fluid, which I hate using starting fluid, but you had to use it to get it running. But we put the new starter on and it turns it like you wouldn't believe. She fires right up. Not as quick in the cold, but still don't have to put the charger on because that starter is actually a refurbished starter. Here's the other side of the John Deere 60. Actually, I can get a little farther away from this side. When that thing's running, it shoots flame from the top of the exhaust there. It hits that board. That's plenty safe. And this is also my mom's Oliver 77. Oliver 77. This needs a tire put on it. But this is another very dependable. I could put a battery in this one and it would fire right up. Had this thing, it was sitting for a couple of years. All I did was put a battery in it, push the clutch, turn the ignition on, and push the starter button, and she was off. Of course, I pulled the choke, but that's the only time that you have to use the choke. Otherwise, she's gone in no time. I didn't even, after it was sitting that long, and I didn't even have to clean the carburetor. But it actually was sitting for a year now, not running. Because I don't know if you know where Williams Grove Speedway is. Williams Grove Historical Steam Show. We go to that. And we usually take some of our antiques. I didn't take a tractor this year. I took my power cane. But this one we converted to a 12 volt. It used to be a 6 volt. But the old straight 6. These Olivers, they're some good tractors. Gotta love them. Try letting something new sit that long. You'd be having to take it to the dealer and, well, be getting a bunch of pieces replaced because new tractors are all plastic, basically. These old mechanical tractors, you can let them sit for years, and you can, of course, you'll have to clean the carburetor then, but you can put gas in the tank, put a battery in it, and maybe clean the points, but they'll be running. Can't do that with anything new. But then this is our square baler here. I didn't show you the round baler, but yeah, these are all of the field and antique tractors that we have. We don't have a bunch of them, but we have enough. We only have 50 acres, so it's not like we need 80 tractors. I'll go down here and show you my Power King B80 that I have. That'll be it then. If I can't cut myself, yeah, I'm not going that way. I'll go this way. I'll go the opposite dangerous way. I'll show you my wheel horse here. I'll turn the light on for this one. This was another one I restored. The engine now needs rebuilt. It smokes pretty bad. It's going through oil. It needs rebuilt. Piston and rings, probably, hopefully not bored. It needs a carburetor and a fuel pump. Mechanical fuel pump. But I do not have a deck or a snowplow or anything. This is how I got it. And unless I get that stuff, that's how it's gonna be. This is another show piece that I have. That is my other wheel horse that I have. Obviously, it's currently under surgery. Haven't done anything with it for a while. I was actually trying to restore it, but in order to do that, I need to get a hood for it and a engine. It's supposed to have a 6-horse Tecumseh on it, and I got an engine for it. And the guy said that it was the original engine. It's what it's supposed to have. Coming to find out that he knew nothing about these things. This engine, it's a 10 horsepower Tecumseh. It's not even close to mounting on the frame. I mean, I have it somewhat on there, but he actually used JB weld on the inside of the head to patch a couple cracks in the head. It ran until it didn't. But eventually I'll probably fix that one up. I don't know if I restore it. But comment below if I should restore that or not. It's gonna take a lot of work to restore that. Or another thing I would like to do is get a little diesel and put in it. Use it for like maybe mower pools or just a run around mower that has a diesel engine on it. Comment below on what I should do there. I know it'll be a lot of work to restore it, because I got it with a 13 horsepower single cylinder engine. But that's why the top of the hood is cut out, because they had to make room to fit that. But I have some other parts to it. There. That's gonna be it for this video. isn't the best because in here I don't have enough room to get the whole tractor in the frame. Because once I get far enough away, then you got another tractor sitting right beside it. That there wheel horse is that one and Power King. Those are my projects that I have. The Power King still isn't 100% complete, but it's as complete as I'm gonna get it for a while. And of course, this here wheel horse needs decals, and of course the engine needs to be rebuilt, fuel pump, and a carburetor. But man, eventually I'll get that stuff on the channel. But I'm only 15, so I got time to get all that stuff done. Eventually I'll start buying more projects and putting them on the channel. Get better content for y'all. For now, doing what I can do. I'm gonna wrap it up here. That's gonna be it for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.